I'm going to show you guys in the next couple of minutes here our most essential pieces of gear. These are the things that we use most often to get people out of the absolute worst situations when they are super stuck. Check it out.
Instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit me get up. First shot, come strut walking, a little bit of humble.
Number 10, the chainsaw. I like an electric one because there's no gas in my truck that way. And I have DeWalt batteries for everything, but that's just me. So the chainsaw, we use the chainsaw to clear a little stump. Sometimes a vehicle is hung up and we got to clear it away. We also use it to cut a lifting block like we did on the recent stolen Audi recovery, or on this super cool mud recovery where Carter was out for a rip and to get a little load of wood and got royally jammed up. We got him out with a block of wood. Check it out. Sweet. Number 9 on our list, wooden blocks. We carry a few wood blocks. We use them to lift the jack up a bit sometimes, fill up a little empty space underneath the jack so we can reach up underneath a big lifted off-road vehicle or lifted off-road trailer like this one. You've got to, imagine trying to get your jack to reach right there. So you need some wood blocks to do that with. And also we'll use them to fill in a little low spot here and there. Check out this most recent edit that we did. It wasn't very long ago, where we recovered a RAV4 and there was some big holes in the snow where the water had eaten underneath the roadway, and he had fallen through. So we used these to fill in those holes. All right, number 8. You need a camera to capture the epicness of your recovery. That's that. You know you need it on film. Yeah. So if you don't want to buy a camera, but you'd like to have an epic video, make sure you let us know when you call us to come and get you out, and we will make an extra special. Actually, really, number 8. You're gonna get what number 8 is. This is not number 8. Number 8. You need yourself a good shovel. So you can dig on out of the hole that you're in, or maybe back in a little bit further. You never know. So a good shovel, you gotta have it. It's what you need is a shovel. No, really, I myself normally carry a short, so about, yay long, D-handled spade shovel. But I lent it to my mom to get the wood ashes out of the wood stove. So I don't have it right now. Number 7, Scotch blocks. You need some Scotch blocks or some rope so you can anchor your vehicle in place. Otherwise, it's just going to slide away as soon as you start really putting some snot on that winch. And that's not going to pull anything out. So, got to be able to anchor up. Check out this job where Scotch blocks were indispensable. Tree savers. Tree savers are number 6 on our list. Tree savers are awesome because they do indeed save the bark of your favorite pretty tree when you got to use it. But not only that, but they save your ropes from getting all chewed up when you run it around there and put a bunch of pressure on it. We use our tree savers to rig to, and sometimes we'll use them as a bridle or as a soft strap on something heavy so that it doesn't get damaged. Next up, we have low friction rings. Low friction rings are awesome. I like them much better than snatch blocks. A couple of low friction rings will get you a 4-to-1 advantage because you can use them more than once in a rope system. And they're not all greasy and gross. Almost dropped that one. It's a bit lighter than a snatch block. And I mean, really? Who likes a snatch block anyway? Next up, kinetic ropes. Kinetic ropes are dope. They are the good stuff. We use them for flat towing to soften up the line. So, if you were towing with a chain or a strap, it'd be bang, bang, bang. It's super hard on everything. And so we'll rig them up and use them for flat towing. We also use them to pull people out sometimes if they're not super stuck and you just want to give them a little tug. Perfect tool. Yeah. kinetic ropes are awesome. Sometimes we carry a second one and use it to make a bridle so that when you're pulling, you can pull from the two A-arms on the towed vehicle, and that gives you a nice even spread. Check out that edit. See that in action. I think the third most important thing is a soft shackle. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. If I got this order wrong, did we miss something? Probably. I'm sure somebody thinks we did. So let us know what you think. Yeah, so soft shackles are awesome. If you don't know what a soft shackle is, it is like a steel shackle, but it's soft. You can just do it up like that. It doesn't weigh much. It's very light. It's flexible. You can throw it in a bin with a bunch of other stuff. It's not going to scratch stuff up. And if you have a nice long one like this, it's easy to undo. If this is hooked underneath of a car, you don't have to climb back under the car. You can also put it around a fairly good sized tree. I like a nice big heavy duty soft shackle. Then use a thicker one like this. You can do quite a bit of rigging to that if you need to, or with that, and pull pretty hard on it. This one is rated for 17,000 pounds working load. And that's a real working load, not the braking strength, or however that works, but that's the one that you want to rig to. We get our ropes and stuff from Afraid Not Ropes in Lorneville, which is over by a bit north of Toronto. Ian is a super nice guy. If you need some advice, give him a call. He will talk to you in person and help you out. If you're down in the States, I hear the guys at Yankum are nice. I haven't actually met them, but I know they make pretty good gear. So we made it to the final, oh no, wait, we're on the second last item here. Number 2 on our list, winch extensions. Winch extensions are awesome. We use them to extend a tow line like we did getting this big Dodge Ram out of the bush with the Bombi. We use them in nearly all of our rigging everywhere to rig up mechanical advantage. We often use them to make a super long tow line like we did recovering this snowmobile from Loon Lake, where we had 900 feet of winch extensions out so that we didn't have to drive the Bombi out into the deep slush. We were able to just pull the snowmobile from where it was on the ice. So winch extensions are awesome. Number 2 on our list. Check them out. A little look, see here. This one.
Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the Porsche busting halfway across that city with the back question labels out.
Just sliding right on around.
Tell me nothing. We give that to the people. Spread it across.
Just gonna pick this up here. Got it rigged up both wings on the front of the truck. And there it is. Number 1 on our list. The very first thing that I would buy if I needed to buy gear for off-road recovery is a winch. I don't know about this one. I have one of these. I think they work just as well, either one. We often use these winches on this bed. So this is, you know, it's on a mount here. It fits into a trailer hitch, or you can take it into the woods and hook it to a tree or out on the ice like we did recovering this side-by-side in 80 feet of water this winter. That was a super cool mission. Pretty cold and miserable, but we got her done. You could also have your winch mounted on the front of your truck. You guys see that in a lot of our videos. So it's right up in the truck built in. You can use anything on your mechanical advantage though for a form of power. If you don't have a winch, you could tow it with your truck with a mechanical advantage. You'll see sometimes people will do that. Sometimes we do that. So you have the strength of your truck multiplied by your mechanical advantage instead of the strength of your winch multiplied by your mechanical advantage. The most useful thing in a recovery though is you and this. Think things through. Take your time. Don't get in a rush. If you're not feeling confident about it, don't do it. This stuff is dangerous. You can get hurt. People around you can get hurt. You've got to take your time and think things through. When in doubt, call your local recovery pro. Somebody around you does this for a living and can do it safely and easily without breaking things. The difference between a pro that does it all the time and somebody that's just hauling on stuff is often a vast amount of damage. Sometimes we see vehicles that have had their bumpers ripped off. We find them with bent trailing arms or this or that. It's worth getting somebody in that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark week. Raw, time to go up, gone. Deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer. Never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands. This is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall,
What
they got
happened
me. Learn
there?
from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching. I said, this is the moment. Tonight is the night.
Here. Got this set up here. Thin wrench range. This is dope. We're dipping out on that rock right there. I can lift this up. We might just be able to drag it at this point through this.
Oh, it's bending.
Okay, hello. This is an outro for the video where we recovered the... Oh boy, I'm gonna start over again on that. Perfect. There we go. Sweet. Whoa! That went down in a hurry.